What's up guys, Nolan here, and we finally got the patch notes for 12.11, so we're going to go over a couple things from it, as well as talk about some of the initial findings that I have for the patch, including the factory expansion. The biggest changes being the weapon durability, malfunctions, XP increases, trader changes, Scav Karma, and of course the Flea Market. Just to quickly go over the factory expansion, there is technically just 2 new areas and then 1 new extract. Big Red Corner now has a hole in it that moves into the new large room. In that large room, there's a medical, aka labs tent, with some very fancy spawns around it as well as in it. There's an exit through the door in the back, but you will need the factory key to use it, and I guarantee this will be one of the entrances to labs once the map-to-map travel is in, with the other one being, I bet, the camera door under single player exit. Now, directly underneath this new room is a basement kind of storage area. You can find bits and bobs down there in terms of loose loot, but it really is just a nice lane of movement to get around the location more easily. Off in the other corner, there's also a back hallway that moves over towards breach door spawn. Then on the other side of the map, we now have the first floor of the 3-story, where you'll find lots of shelves and loose loot. You'll also regularly find Tagilla, however you want to pronounce it, in there, who is in fact Kill's brother. Also, speaking of Tagilla, he does not aggro friendly scavs, so if you scav into factory, which I actually would be careful of right now because there's reports of scav exits breaking on factory as well as shoreline, but if you do want to do that, Tagilla will not fight you unless you fight him or you already have bad karma. His hammer cannot be picked up, but if he hits you with it, it will cause a fracture on whatever it hits and cause pain. So if you are not already on painkillers when he hits you, you're basically done for because he just keeps swinging. His armored rig is a level 6 at 60 durability, making it one of, if not the best in the game. His helmet is also great because it allows you to wear a headset while being high ricochet level 5 at 40 durability. However, it doesn't cover the back of your head because technically it's not a helmet, it's a mask. So you're going to need to watch your back if you are wearing it, and if you're fighting someone who is wearing it, try to get behind them. Our first actual weapon malfunction by way of Misfire is in the game and pretty straightforward. It sucks when it happens to you. Now, if it happens to the person that you're fighting, it doesn't suck all that much. The way that it works is depending on the durability of your weapon, which is the big red bar at the top when you inspect it, and the ammo that you are using with that weapon will have a chance to give you a misfire. In order to clear the misfire, a prompt shows up that tells you to hit Shift T. Now, as far as I, as well as BSG knows, Control R should work as well, but for now at least it doesn't. So if you do get a misfire, hit Shift T and it will clear it. They tend to happen mostly with scav weapons that are now fixed low durability, as in you cannot repair them to full durability anymore. While we're on the subject, make sure that you pay attention when handing in guns for tasks, as they will want full durability for most tasks. A full durability weapon will have no red bar in the durability bar. Also, most traders will not buy low durability guns, so strip it for its parts, then sell those parts accordingly while you sell the frame of the weapon to fence for the most money. When picking your ammo and building your gun, pay attention to what the items have for durability burn. These are the things that are going to affect, of course, the durability of that weapon. Some things help, like dust covers, while some things hurt, like suppressors. It's really hard to say when exactly a malfunction will happen. Of course, it becomes more likely the less durable the weapon is. I've tested lots of guns, and even with a lower than 50% durability gun, I can go 8+ mags full auto without a misfire, even if it has a suppressor and bad ammo. Then on the other hand, you can have a brand new gun with new ammo and get a misfire on the very first shot, like I had. So just try to have the best durability weapon that you can, try to use the best ammo that you can, and just be aware that malfunctions are now a real thing that can happen to you. Now on to Scav Karma. We have a lot of good info on it, but some of it seemed to be really broken in terms of rewards from your actions in a raid. So Nikita's already said that they are going to make some changes to it. Basically what we have right now is that if you kill a scav as a scav, you will get bad karma, which looks to be minus 0.02. It even tells you when you do it. And if you would like to know what your standing is for karma, you can check your fence reputation. His reputation is your karma number. Now for the rest of this, I know it is going to change, so I'm not going to give the specific numbers that we have on them. The big one being killing a bad scav player. If you kill a scav player who has killed other scavs in that raid, you will get positive karma. If you kill a PMC as a scav, you will get positive karma. And what's also funny is if you use a scav and PMC exit, you will also get positive karma. So it's not perfect yet, but they're working on it. As of right now, if you get damaged by another player scav and then you kill them, but they haven't killed any other scavs that raid yet, then unfortunately you will be penalized. I'm not sure if that's going to change in the future, but that's how it works right now. Now, if you help bosses survive the raid, you will get positive karma. Also, if you use a car exit, you will get positive karma. I'm just not sure if that also includes PMCs because I personally haven't seen a car exit as a scav yet, so I'm not sure what happens there. In terms of rewards that we know of right now, we have the fence perk that allows you to buy back uninsured gear at Fence's max loyalty, of which we don't actually know what for sure it is. It might be that 6 rep that you see on him right now, or it might be another level behind that. We don't know. Along with that positive karma, your player scav cooldown is going to go down. The scav box's timer is going to go down. The amount of exfils that you have available as a player scav, meaning if you play a scav right now, you might only see 1 exit, but when you have good karma, you'll start seeing more. You will also get better starting kits for scavs and better prices when selling to Fence. And last but not least, the coolest of these things would be scav bosses become more friendly to you. Potentially, if you have very good karma, they will even follow you around. In order to help stay alive and coordinate with other scavs, remember that double tapping F1 will voice line for you, and you can mess with your hand signals in game by double tapping Y, then right clicking the signal that you want to bind to another function key. Obviously, it's not ideal, but VoIP is supposed to be planned for 12.11, so maybe we won't have to deal with it for too much longer. All XP requirements for everything has been increased significantly across the board. Traders have higher levels for loyalty, but they've changed some of their stock, so there's some better weapons and gear that are available sooner. My favorite being the Vepr 136 from Skier, and then the Dong Grip from Peacekeeper. It might be too expensive for some people, but it is easily the best early trader gun out there in my mind. Now, there's also rumors that the Kappa container will require level 70 now, which has not been confirmed, but we're gonna have to wait and see because no one's at level 70 obviously yet. I'll just go ahead and say it right now. If you do actually need level 70 for the Kappa, you are not gonna see me getting the Kappa ever again. Since that isn't confirmed, either way, BSG have confirmed that it is at least more difficult to get. We just don't know how much more difficult. They also confirmed that the new max level is 79, however, so there might be some goodies going behind that rank. There's a couple new interesting things like Nvidia Reflex, which I don't know if it's the only thing causing this, but in general, my game seems to be running very well. Generally speaking, this is one of the best patches that I have ever seen in terms of the first few days, matching aside. So I would advise that you do turn on Reflex in your graphics settings if you are able to. Also, we now have a sorting table just above the sort button in our stash now. When you want to move large or numerous objects around your stash, you can move the items in there by shift clicking, then scrolling wherever you want to go to move them. For some reason, it does not work for scav transfers yet, which I really hope is a bug because it would be really helpful to see that there. Now, in terms of new Pew, much to my extreme disappointment, I don't think the Scar was added this patch. We just have not heard or seen anything about it. So hopefully it's not going to be going into the same limbo that the Vector was in for 3 years. We're just going to have to wait and see. We also haven't seen anything about the USP either. Now, the Mutant and the new MP-155 shotgun is in the game now. I've only seen a little bit of gameplay with the Mutant, and I already thoroughly believe that it is one of the best, if not the best guns in the game, hands down. It has a crazy fire rate and shoots 7.62 by 39, aka the AKM ammo, while again shooting much faster than an AK. And it is pretty stable when it does it, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. Thanks to Iron Fists, who you can check out, I'll link his stream below, we get a look at one of the new tiny thermals, which does not require you to aim down the sight to see what it sees. You can have your head up and be able to pan around while still seeing thermal signatures on the tiny screen. Now, when I say tiny, it is super tiny. It's about the same size as a PK06, just square and thermal. Now, I don't know if you can put that on a canted mount, but if you can, that's going to be nutty because then you can use your favorite optic in the game, whatever it might be, and then as long as you can put a canted on it, it's going to have also a thermal. Now, if you want to go find it for yourself, Iron said that he found it as a loose loot weapon mod spawn, so happy hunting. Generally speaking, the entire game looks a bit brighter. I don't see exactly what they changed to make it this way, but I am not having nearly as many problems just seeing people anymore, and I really like it. Now, the servers were a little wonky yesterday, especially around matching, but they've been great today. I think BSG must have had extra servers ready or something because I don't seem to be having any of the matching problems that I had yesterday. Now, last but not least, we have the elephant in the room. The Flea Market now requires you to be level 20 in order to access it, on top of the fact that it now takes longer to reach level 20. Now, personally, I do not think that this was a good idea, so don't yell at me just because I'm a content creator, because for some reason everyone thinks that content creators are all in the same boat with wanting this. I'm not on that boat. I don't think this is a good idea. And I had a big explanation on this typed out, but it was going to add like an extra 5 minutes to the video just to explain it, so fornicate it. If you are one of the people that disagree with me, I'm happy for you, and feel feel free to yell at me in the comments. But long story short, if I saw what BSG sees in terms of data around wipes, I'm sure they saw something that proves me wrong, and I hope I am. But the only thing I see happening here is the people that are able to put 10 plus hours of the game in every single day are just going to get to level 20 like they are level 20 right now, and then just completely annihilate the vast majority of the community for weeks. The only saving grace there I can think of being that there just isn't enough people that are already level 20 or going to be level 20 in the next couple days to completely stomp out the rest of the community, but we'll have to wait and see. There's some more changes coming, and there's also a bunch of bugs popping up. Like for some reason, scav exits keep breaking, and this is on maps like Factory and Shoreline. And as of the recording of this video, both of those maps, people are reporting issues, so maybe stay off of those for a day or two on your scavs. But for constant updates and info for this new patch, as well as finding new people to group up with, make sure you join our new Discord. We now have over 6,000 people with a special trust system set up so that you know who you can trust in harsh games like Escape from Tarkov. Once I get some more confirmations on any new changes to anything over the most recent patch, you will of course learn about it here on the channel. But that is going to do it for today, guys. For the latest Escape from Tarkov news, check out these playlists here. If you like this video, then you know the drill. Please subscribe. I really appreciate the people who do. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.